Hey friends, it's Andy over at today's CBD and Wellness Show. I'm glad to be with you back from Orlando, Florida. Actually, I think I've done a show since I've been back. So, so this isn't the first show since I've been back, but it is a show where we're going to be talking about not only Orlando, Florida and everything that happened, but a little bit about the future. And I'm going to be doing that with my friend, Jen Purga. She actually is a neighbor. It's almost a shame that we're doing the show when we probably should be in the same room or that close neighbors. I ran into her at church, as a matter of fact, not too long ago. So that's how close we are. But we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to get started right after this intro. Hey there, Jen Purga.
Hey there, how are
you? I saw you looking down. Were you looking at the video?
Yeah, I was trying to share this. So I was like, okay, I love the introduction. It's fun to hang out with you tonight.
Oh, very good. Hey, so first, I just want people to know who you are. You're, you got a lot of stuff going on. I went to your Facebook page and kind of stalked you today. I did it before, but I needed a reminder. You got a few things going on. You're an amazing person. So just for a minute, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a mom of two. I think that's my favorite thing. I'm a mom of two boys. I've been in the industry network marketing space, a home-based business for the last 9 years. I actually started, I was in higher education, taught to go to school, good degree. And I found this industry as a result of not wanting to put my kids in daycare, and I needed to lose some weight. So I started with, lost 80 pounds, went on to help many families. My first paycheck in the industry was $17, went on to make a few $1 million and helped lots of families make couple hundred to thousands of dollars in this industry. So needless to say, having leverage and finding something where you can build it around your kiddos, your core priority, and to help many other people. So, I've been able to train with John C. Maxwell and help him co-create the 15 laws for network marketing professionals. So I love this industry, and it's great. I always love giving back. So it's good to be here.
Wow, that is awesome. That I didn't know that part. I especially about John Maxwell. I have friends who help work for Tony Robbins and built their programs and that kind of stuff. Pam Hendrickson and Chris Hendrickson. There are a couple that I know, and Mike Koenigs and a whole bunch of people. So it seems like we have very similar backgrounds. You probably far more successful than me. I'm more of the dog trainer, police officer who's become an entrepreneur over the last couple of years. So. And for me, just talk a little bit about Vasayo and the products. I came here mainly because of the CBD. I had already written a book about CBD with another company. After writing that book, becoming a best-selling author, a person in Vasayo knew CBD was coming up, and before it was launched, he contacted me and said, "Hey, you need to check this stuff out. It's going to have liposome technology, and you may want to know about it." And I was already looking for a better delivery system because the CBD that I was selling was working for me, but I was getting a lot of it returned. So I actually was losing money in the network marketing business, selling a lot of product, but at the end of the month, I was in the negative. I was going, what's happening? And they said, well, people are returning the product. And the reason being is it really wasn't being absorbed. And so I was already looking for an alternative, and voila, I got to pronounce that right. Here is Vasayo and CBD1. And so that's why I am here. And what brought you to Vasayo? I know you said you lost a bunch of weight and that kind of stuff. Is that one of the reasons, the wellness products?
No, actually, I am a business owner through and through. Being someone that has, made a couple $1 million in the industry, I made my last where I want to find a home, build a home. I looked for specific things. I looked for ownership that had a track record. I met with Rick Gutman, and what he brought to the table as a, multi-seven-figure earner in many facets, that he brought the business school. And I know that not just as a top leader is that important, but anyone looking at a company, they got to have a system that they can plug into and learn at their pace. And if they hit a specific capacity where they don't know how to get to that next rank or next income level, that actually is what brought me to Vasayo. Is I knew that many people want to have success, but they don't want to be the cheesy network marketer. They actually want to sound like a business person, and they don't want to switch companies again and again. They actually want to stay in one location with owners that know what they're doing, a corporate team that's at a 10, everything they deliver. Like, to know that we went to convention and that the marketing and everything they deliver is already ready for us, that's unheard of in a 2.5-year-old company. I mean, really. And then what Rick offers with the team on the business school, for me, bringing people that I love into an organization, I want to know that I can plug them in somewhere and it's not based on my personality, right? Because like there's always somebody like you. You're the 1%, Andy. Like there's, people can't be you. And so they don't know how to run technology like you or whatever. So being able to plug into a system that then they can turn around and learn and duplicate, that was key for me.
Awesome. Yeah, Rick Gutman's joined us. He's watching and says he's happy to see the two of us on here together. That's awesome. And then my friend Bev, her and I were in the police department together. She was a dispatcher. I was a police officer. And then we got Steve Hunt, who's also in the business, and other people that are watching but have not said hi yet. So I want to make sure when you come on, just say hi. Tell us where you're watching from. If you're watching live or watching the replay, let us know that you are watching. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into what I want to talk about first. Is we just, like you said, we just came back from convention in Orlando. We both were busy hanging out with the different people we were hanging out with. And it's so funny. I just think about this all the time that we're neighbors, essentially.
And I was like, hey.
I know. And so we have to do more things together. We should probably have an event together and bring some people in, that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that later offline. I don't want to get you stuck and feel like you're committed to doing something in front of a whole bunch of people, but we'll talk about that later. But at convention, the first thing I want to talk about, you brought about our founders, and I want to first talk about our founder. I'm going to bring up a picture here. Dalen Larsen. 30 years experience in the network marketing business, billions in commission, CEO of the year. He's created Vasayo to be one of the top 50 healthcare companies in the world. He's the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I don't want to say he surprised me. What is the word I'm looking for? He blew me away with his emotion, his heart. I have been talking about love because Rick Gutman, I asked him, I said, Rick, what has changed? Because lately you just seem to be different. You seem to be, really laying into us in some ways and really teaching us. And your heart seems to be more involved in this. And he says, love has changed everything. I want to know what your feelings were about Dalen. That he was, when he was on stage on Friday, I audibly cried kind of out loud, like a I don't know, I can't even explain it how that happened. That usually happens at church, but not at a convention with sitting next to other people. What are your thoughts about Dalen and what this convention did it seem to be different to you too?
Oh my, the part for me, I was describing it to someone today and I said, you're in the right place when a gentleman who has done billions in sales in 2 different companies, in the industry, there's only been 13 companies have got a legacy status. He's been at the helm of 2 of those 13. And then he comes to the stage and he says, before any great thing that's going to happen, you have one of the toughest years of your life. And he had just gone through this really rough season. And I had so much respect for him. And he said, he had us all give generously to be able to have hearts and hands, to be able to give wells to kids in Africa and that fresh drinking water. And he had on stage the chance to say, listen, I know something big is coming, but before something big comes, as leaders, you want to give selflessly. You want to be able to look and see where are you going to give and be part of that. And I was blown away that there was not one person that didn't walk forward. If it was $1, $2, and Dalen had said, I'm going to match from my personal pocket, whatever you guys decide to do, because the run of our life is in front of us. And, so he matched 60,000 and then Daniel stepped right up and said, I'll match 60,000 out of his own pocket. In history for any brand partner that was able to be a part of that, because that you have to give before you receive. You have to be willing to be obedient before the blessing is going to come. And I just stood there and I was like, something massive is going to happen for those who take action in a company that is blessed at this level, that is saying, not only are we going to, help other people solve the financial crisis that they have and their health crisis, but now we get to give in a way that, it is important to give 10% of your income to whatever, so that you can then see you're sowing into lives of people where they don't have it. So I was speechless at that experience.
So what does that mean to you as a network marketer, entrepreneur, business owner, to have that kind of leadership? Is that a difference maker for me? And Rick Gutman, we're not talking about Overcome Nation here that much, but you can't help but I want to stay, no matter how tough it gets. I want to stay, for all the reasons of how great the people are that are supporting us and who created this business. Mm-hmm. It's more than just the products. It's more than just the money. And I was convinced again, not that I need to be convinced, but I was convinced again in Orlando that I'm in the right spot. And they say, welcome home when you join. And is that important to you? Other than just great products, maybe a company has great products and they sell well and that kind of stuff. How important is I'll show a picture of the founders. How important is these leaders, these founders that we have, including Dalen and Rick Gutman over at Overcome Nation?
It's everything. I mean, owners can make really bad decisions and it matters and it changes your business. Truly, owners that have high integrity, that they mean their word. Like, I love that he's like, I'm an Eagle Scout. And I knew when he said he was an Eagle Scout, I was like, I know what that means. It means he's a man of his word, and that as the best of his ability, he's going to do what he has. And I love that he's, his mom has stage 4 cancer. And he said, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure she's proud of me, and leaving a legacy that just carries on and on. It means everything. I've been in companies where the owners don't have that kind of integrity. They don't have the level of work ethic that our owners do. And it truly means everything to know that at the corporate level, things are getting handled. For us as brand partners, the only thing we worry about is talking to more people. Right. It's all we have to worry about. In most companies, they have to worry about, are the owners going to make bad decisions? Are they going to deliver our products on time? Are they going to actually get us marketing? Are we the marketing people? I mean, our owners make decisions every turn that blow me away, that I'm so proud to be part of the sale. I do feel like in my 9 years, I can say I will fight to be part of this company, because it is going to change lots and lots. It's not a question of will we be $1 billion company? It is, when will we be, and who's going to know that,
Right. And so I always wonder how I can send out the message better, because I'm not sure either, because I'm a former police officer. I know a lot of my friends look at me like, what are you doing? Why are you in that? Are you selling pot? What are you doing? And they're, you're talking different. I've seen you cry on camera, and I have what the hell's going on with you? And I'm just not sure if they really knew what it's like to be in this company, and what this company really is, the heart of this company, and the free business school. I've had other businesses I've run. I've run a security company, a dog training facility. I've trained police dogs over the world. I've learned so much by being in the free business school with Rick Gutman that I go, son of a gun, if I just would have had that, I would not have struggled for so many years to have success. I needed that. I needed this free business school that I don't have. And that's why I love interviewing you, because I want people to know it's not just me. This really is a great company that you can eventually make some really good money at. I'm a product person, so I tend to sell more of the products. I really got to get better to tell more people about the business. And so I think I need to probably hang around you a little bit more often.
Well, you think about the police department. I have like 3 police officers in my neighborhood, or like, SWAT members, doctors, whatever. And they all need, you never know when the hours get too long, or someone gets injured at work, or they don't have tax write-offs the way that we do once we own a small business. And so you think about California alone, how many people would love to not pay as much in their taxes? And they, instead of really taking a look at, if they had a small business that they were sharing products they love, from the CBD, I love, but we have 9 categories. How many people struggle with sleeping? And so I look at it as, we have 9 different categories that everyone needs at least one of those things. And yet then if they're a business owner with us, they have a plan B, or they have an extra income stream if somebody does get laid off of work, or, if they're getting passionate about the products. I love that you're passionate about the products, because when people try products and they're good, they're going to go talk about them. And so if they're going to go talk about them, that's a business model that will work, because referral marketing You're not getting paid if you go to Starbucks and say, hey, go get the grande frappuccino. Like you don't get a referral fee on that. But you do if you refer the CBD that's working. I mean, my son took it for anxiety last night, and I couldn't have been more thankful. I felt like every single 13-year-old parent that their kid is struggling with anxiety. I wanted to say, this 2 drops before bed, people, and help your, but that's a business model that's different than the police department, and they may not have understood because in the past it wasn't normalized. It was like hypey and cheesy.
Right.
It wasn't, but I have a master's degree and I choose to do network marketing. And because this industry it's tried and true, tested since the 50s. I mean, people, so it's one of the most cash flowing industries. The people just are now seeing the benefit of it, that they really have to look deeper at what we're doing so that they can have the extra income or options, if anything else.
Yeah, you're so right. Because I may have sold a few hundred 6-hour P220 45 caliber handguns and never got a residual income from that. I could have made a ton of money. You're so right.
If somebody loved that I mean, I don't know, I've never shot a gun, but I'm just saying, if somebody loved the gun and they went to refer, like, where'd you get it? You didn't get a percentage of that sale.
No, yeah, but now I do. All right, so let's go ahead and you were talking about how the way they help us win, that they're always looking for ways to do better, to do more with the website, to do more with the videos, that kind of stuff. I'm going to bring up at least 4. I may have missed one, but in the convention, they've restructured our compensation plan. They gave us a new customer acquisition program, a new Vasayo veterans program, which you can see by the shirt that I'm wearing. I'm promoting that, and a restructured rank advancements. Which one of those 4 are your favorite and you want to talk about first?
I mean, I can't even pick one. I think they're all fantastic. Frankly, the compensation plan just means we can explain it better. That before, when people were able to make an income, they just got a raise. So I think, like, to know all you're doing is building 2 teams with this company and that you just got a raise. I love the restructured rank advancement because more people are going to come with us to the Bahamas. How many of you guys want to go to the Bahamas once a year? Like, you want to go on trips more in your life, like that's on your list that you want to go to trips. Well, I mean, Andy, I had on my list, I'd already written New Year's Eve in New York City. My 13-year-old, he was like, Mom, I want to go there for New Year's Eve. And I had it down. And then they announced there's a trip for us on New Year's Eve to New York City. And I thought, how incredible that our company just looks for ways to reward the field. I mean, we can go to the Grand Wailea if we work hard enough to go for 5 nights. And we go to the Bahamas this year, we can go to the Bahamas. So things like that. They help us win the veterans program, to know the veterans who they don't have the easy. Yeah, I mean, to know that they can buy in and have a business for free. That to me was what a gift, because if you're a veteran and you can't go get employed somewhere else, maybe you're injured or something, and now you have an option to be a part of our business by referral marketing. You're going to go out and talk about products you love. You get a percentage off of those. And now you're getting a paycheck because you're a veteran. Our company is allowing you to come in and do that for free if you show proof that you are in the service or you're a veteran. That's a big deal, frankly. I mean, maybe they don't have a way to make money, and this is a way that they can add an extra few $100s a month to their budget. That may make all the difference to their household.
Yeah, during Veterans Day and Memorial Day, I usually do some type of challenge to the brand partners that follow me, that they're kind of hanging out, that offer a free bottle of CBD or any of the other wellness products that they may need to help them with inflammation or sleep or whatever it is, and give it to them for free. And I really promote that. And I've been fortunate enough that a couple of people have come in that are veterans who have suffered from PTSD and pain and discomfort. One of them happens to be, she's kind of a cousin. She's a cousin to my cousin. And I did an interview with her one night, and she held up a bag of pharmaceuticals that she used to have to take prior to getting started with Vasayo. And she just was so thankful. She was a combat paramedic, Stacy Bonner. She's a brand partner with us. And so that's why I think this program is so huge that maybe some of these veterans who may not have tried any of the products with Vasayo or CBD1 and really did want to be involved. This may be one more little thing that will help them get into it just so they can experience the products, and then they're off and running, and then they become their own business owners, entrepreneurs, and really learn about business. The veteran who was on the stage who sang, and he had both of his legs were amputated due to being involved in an explosion in Afghanistan or Iraq, I'm not sure. I'm having him on stage, and what a great guy. Rick Gutman and I were happened to be walking up the escalator and ran into him and hearing his story. And just there's so many stories and so many lives that we can change by introducing this to them. I'm just really, and again, I guess it goes back to the founders and the leadership. They make good, sound decisions to do these things for us. So I hope I didn't go down some little rabbit trail there, but I just,
I mean, frankly, it is the truth. It's confirmation, like you said, over and over, that we are partnered with the most, there are some of the most phenomenal leaders and owners at the helm of our company to make decisions like this, to serve, to want to feed 1 million lives, to pay 1 million people a paycheck, to serve. Like that to me is, and that's just the beginning. Like that's their first vision, to help veterans now too. You're right. They get stuck on pharmaceutical drugs to help them through their PTSD. And what a shame when they can be on products that will help alleviate that, but they're not addicted to them. They're not as costly. In fact, now there's a way that they can earn them for free virtually by referring them. So we've set a lot of people up to win. I'm really thankful.
Yep. We have a new app coming up that I didn't put on there. I just remember that for customers so that they can order, they can refer friends and get a savings. They don't have to be a brand partner. They don't have to be involved. They just, take the products, they refer them out. We of course get a benefit from that, but they also get a benefit from that. So that's another program, which is called what I had it on their customer acquisition program. They call it CAP for short. Yeah. So there's that one. So the app that's coming out, they should have that up and running by next week. I called support on that yesterday. Yeah. So that's coming out. I want to make sure we didn't miss anything there. Yeah, you talked about the rank advancement, which makes it easier to go up. The other trips. Oh, that's it. I knew because there was something I was thinking about. We have the Greece that people have gone to, and what's it called? Caicos and something.
Turks and Caicos is coming up.
Turks and Caicos. Son of a gun. I want to go to that. Israel. Israel that they're going to be going to.
And Italy. I will be in Italy. I put them all on my calendar. Like Grand Wailea, Bahamas. Like. We have quite the adventure. So you guys, here's the thing. It's so much fun to build a business, to have tax benefits, to do it around your family, to do it around your schedule, and with some great people, Andy. Are you blown away at the leaders and the caliber of people we get to be around on our team? It's really fun.
I'm gonna say something. I've said it enough, but I'm gonna say it again. I was with another company called HempWorks, and it's not that and again, I'm thankful that I was introduced to CBD. For me, it helped, and it changed my life. I wrote a book about it, and wanted to tell the world about how you need to try the CBD stuff. But then when people weren't getting the results that I was getting, I had to find the reason why. The reason why is because it's not bioavailable in its purest form, and that was their big selling point. Coming over to Vasayo and having the liposome technology in not only that product, but many of the other products that we have, that was the thing that brought me over. I had no idea the difference in the type of people and the what is the word? The overall. There's a word for it. Not the structure, but just culture. Thank you. We need to work together and do this more often because you could just help me with words. The culture is so different. I've been interviewed probably at least 100 times now since I've joined, at least. While I was there at this other place, I could not get a person to interview me. I tried to interview people and they would not do it. They were so afraid that I might steal, one of their customers or potential customers. They didn't get it. I said, it's really not about that. It's what's going on. And I reached out to the founders. I reached out to other brand partners. They call it something different there, but not one person other than the person that signed me up. And that person, Harry and I did interviews together, but not another person would do it. Again, the day that I joined Vasayo, I have not stopped doing interviews.
I mean, it is like an abundance mentality. It is like one family, not like we don't fight about who does what, you know? Yeah.
And they want to know, how can I help you? Or how can I help you? And I have videos. So I create a lot of videos, and I've sent out videos to people that they use, and I've unbranded some of them so that my nothing with my logos on there. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be helping each other out to be successful. You're successful. I'm successful. What the heck's going on? Darn it, people. Sorry, didn't mean to get all crazy. All right, one more thing I want to talk about. Well, first of all, because I didn't make a graphic, let's talk about this before I forget about it. We added 2 more doctors to the scientific team. And one of them is Jessica, Dr. Jessica Borden. I'll be interviewing her next week. I believe it's on Thursday or Friday of next week. And unfortunately, because I didn't put it as a graphic, you happen to know the other doctor's name? And she's amazing because she works at the Pentagon. Do you happen to remember her name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Oh, Cook. Her last name is Dr. Cook. So Dr. Cook, and so we added 2 amazing people. They got up and killed it on stage. And she's Jessica's an esthetician, right?
Yeah.
Because that's going to lead into the next thing I'm going to tell you about. And you said something that was amazing to have her. You saw her in the store, and what did you see her doing?
I was blown away. So I was getting my own skincare, an extra set of it, and she was buying hers. And here's someone, when you see an esthetician and they're buying the skincare as well, you're like, I love it. They're, not only are they believing in what they just got up on stage and talked about, they're in the, they're behind the scenes buying more of it because they believe so much in the product. And I was blown away because I'm like, I love that. That's how I felt, Yeah, and I mean, this product in just a couple days, I'm thrilled with the liposomal technology. I just saw Courtney that you had put up on the screen, and she had told me beforehand. She's like, Jen, this is gonna be a game changer. She's been in the makeup and industry for 20 years, and to put this on your skin. For me, like I'm pretty bougie and wanting to buy good stuff, and I wasn't sure. Like I was like, do I, is it going to be good? And at 40 years old, I'm telling you, this could be the replacement of Botox. It's really good stuff. Plus the core. So any ladies or gentlemen who want to, their fine lines and stuff, we all want to look better as we get older, right? So I'm excited.
I know. Yeah. When I get older, I'm going to start taking it. No. So I've been putting, I like bougie things too. I've never said that in my entire life.
It's okay. You can now confess that you like bougie stuff. It's
all right. But I've been putting on Beleza now for 3 days, and I already see a difference. You can't see it here. I took some before pictures.
Yeah.
But I already see a reduction in these bags under my eyes, the puffiness, and so far a little bit on the crow's feet because I'm a smiler and laugher. But already 3 days, and again, it's scientifically proven. I mean, it is so rare, at least in this business so far. My experience is you can't say stuff like that, right? You can't say it cures anything, but we've been able to say, because it's been tested and shown to have market improvement with people, that it's been scientifically proven to make a difference in people's skin. It is truly amazing.
Well, Andy, when they said it stops the aging process, I was like, run, don't walk, everyone. And it's a Berkshire Hathaway company. The fact that we have a Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway company that we have exclusive rights to Lipotech. Like, to me, I was already sold with it because of that.
Yeah. Lipotech. And I now want to go to Barcelona. I want to go to Barcelona, Spain before, but now I want to go just so I can go to the company, because they showed video of the products being made and that you could like eat off of the floor. It's so clean and so nice. Like, I want to go there and see what that place is like. I want to go to Barcelona now. That's not one of our trips, is it? Or I haven't seen that.
I didn't see that, but you could probably on Italy, skip on over.
All right. So before we end this, I want to just talk about the 2020 vision that Dalen has we need to add 20 people on each side of our legs, they call it. He wants to reach, what is it? What do you say, $20 billion or something like that? I forget. It's just, I mean, he has some huge plans. What do you think about this 2020 vision? Can we do it?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all in. I told my team to make Christmas tree links. I'm like, listen, if you work, that's less than one person who needs to change their life every week. Like, we have 52 weeks in a year. If you think about it and you open your mouth and you share with people who need either but to change their finances or somebody who needs to change their health and they're not getting products that they're absorbing, or they need to change their skincare. Absolutely. If people really get clear on their own vision, like I know I want to go to New York City, and I'm sure, you know, on New Year's Eve with our company, they don't do anything halfway. And there's a lot of people in pain financially that are not, you know, making what they need to make. And if they're able to take a look at this, or there's people in pain with their health, they have massive inflammation in their gut. They are not quite sure how to fix that, or they have inflammation and they need CBD. I mean, we have the solution to those. So I 100% am on board with myself, my team, showing them what's possible. Because when you know an owner is taking you there and they're putting their, you know, in the sand, like they're putting their money where their mouth is, they're just going to support us all the way there. All we got to do is share the vision and the hope for other people, and we'll absolutely be able to do it.
Absolutely. My 2020 vision is Rick Gutman took a picture on Facebook, and it's him at the gym. Oh, and wow. I said on there, I thought that was a picture of me for a second. That's my 2020 vision. Does it look like Rick Gutman? Well, I got to shave my head. Apparently, I got to do that too. All right, Jen. Well, I'm going to see you at church. We didn't even talk about the you know, just God was in the earth, was in the room with us over there at convention. We haven't get into that area. Yeah. So anyway, we could get all sidetracked with that, but it was amazing. It was an amazing event, and I was so happy to be able to share that with you. Thank you for coming on my show. We've talked about doing this for a while, and I think we need to do this more often.
Yep, I'm so glad to be here, and it's fun. We'll see each other locally too. So you guys, if you're in Southern California and you're looking for fun people to hang out with, plus build a business with, we look forward to connecting with you. Get back, let them know what, you know, connected with you about tonight, and let's do something all together. So thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, thanks for joining. If you're watching the replay, make sure and comment. Let me know where you're watching from, and ask questions so we can answer them. I'll be monitoring the chat for a long time, so just let us know how we can help you. That would be awesome. All right, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you later.